You have the right to remain a geek.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the X-Transbots FUZZ. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front here, we have a lovely piece of artwork of FUZZ. His name is FUZZ. He's the Securitron Interceptor. On this side of the box, we have FUZZ again, little schematic image. We have a little quote here. If we desire respect for the law, we must first make the law respectable. Ooh. On this side of the box, we have that same quote. On the top, X-Transbots. On the back of the box, we have a nice little battle image there with their other releases. We have a very G1-y tech spec card right there, and we have the bio. If you want to read it, you can read that on your own time. And on the bottom, we have the image for their upcoming groove. And warning, don't eat anything in this box that could be very bad for you. And of course, we have Sad Pac-Man! And that's basically it for the packaging. Also included is the collector's card with the same image there of Mr. FUZZ. And on the back, we got his tech specs. If that interests you, we got the bio again. If you want to read it again, hooray for cards. And moving right along, here we have FUZZ, and this is the first component of X-Transbots Bastion, their G1 Defensor, and this is their take on Streetwise. And here he is in his vehicle mode. Nice little police car here. Let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. We got a little bit of red right up front there. We got the headlights, which are painted. These can raise up, they're on a hinge. They can raise up, probably more than they should, but, you know, you can bring them down, you can raise them up a little bit. Totally up to you what you want to do there. You got some paint there in the headlights. You got some nice dark transparent plastic. Hi, you can see me in it. Got some nice dark transparent plastic there for the windshields and windows. You got the rims done in silver and gold. Looks quite nice. Got a little silver emblem there. You got the star. Of course, you got the light bar up top, done in red. Some more little bits of red in the back. You got the tail lights all done up. Some nice paint going on up there. And there is the top. There is the bottom. You can kind of see how everything works out there. He does have rubber tires. He rolls as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. Alright, for comparison, here he is with X-Transbots breakdown here, so you can see how these guys are going to scale with their Stunticons. Here he is with the Generation Toy Streetwise. They still haven't finished this set. Why haven't they finished this set yet? Anyway, but just so you can see how those two look side by side. I don't have any G1 Protectobots, sorry, so we're not going to get any precious comparisons here. But lastly but not leastly, we're going to bring in Masterpiece Prowl. So you can see this. This is where my tongue stops working. So we can see the two police cars here side by side. So there you go. Now, as far as accessories go, he does have a little pistol here. It's done in black. Pretty simple. Little pistol going on there. And this can store in the vehicle mode. What you do is you just fold the barrel down. You come under here, and the barrel will go into that opening right there. And there's a post right here which will go into the handle. And you just drop that down, and if you have it lined up right, which I don't, there we go. I'll just peg right in, and there is your storage. Stays out of the way, doesn't affect the rolling. Hooray, it can still roll. And you also get a light up feature. The light bar does light up. The battery compartment is right in the light bar itself. There's a panel right underneath here that you just pop out. It takes 3 LR521 batteries, which are not included. You will have to get those yourself, but you can get them cheap on Amazon. But to turn it on, you want to push this button here twice, and you will see the lights will start flashing. And they have a couple sequences they go through. That's the first one. Then it goes into that. And it'll cycle through one more. They'll both flash together. Then it'll go back to like the little strobing effect there. And you can see the red lights are a little bit brighter than the blue lights. But still pretty cool that the light bar does in fact work. It doesn't, you can't really see it too well under my bright lights there, but yeah, actually works out pretty well. Turn it off, push the button again, there you go. That's pretty cool. And one more thing we can do here in vehicle mode, not as impressive as the lights here, but you can open up the doors. And you do have little seats in there. You got a little console on that side. You got a little steering wheel on the other. That's pretty cool. His head is in there also. You got kind of, I don't know if that counts as visible head syndrome. I mean, it's in the car, but once you open it, it's like, hey, how you doing? You just turn his head and look at you. Like, hey, what are you doing? What are you looking at? You know, stop signs are there for a reason, right? You know, you can just judge your driving. But you can see even the inside of the doors. Some detail going on. But yeah. Close right up. And there you go. And that is pretty much it for the vehicle mode. So let's get down to a transformation, shall we? You get a decent spin. Even with rubber tires, at least we got something of a spin. So let's go. Now this transformation is a bit of a process. So let's get through it here. So first thing we need to do is we need to open up the doors here. Get those doors open. Get them open. Get them open. And then you want to come down here. And there are these little hooks that go in here. Basically just hold everything together. There's a little tab right here. You can kind of get your thumbnail in and just pop those up. These pieces are die cast, by the way. There's a bit of die cast in this guy. But yeah, these little hooks are die cast as well. So you want to undo that. You want to come back here and you want to pop open, excuse me. You want to take the gun out first, that will help. Take that out, and then we want to come back here to this rear bumper section, and you just kind of want to pop this out, and this isn't here good, so you just have to kind of pop this up as best you can. Just kind of get that up like that. Just kind of pop all this up, and all this will kind of pop out. And then just kind of pull all this up and over, and get all that cleared out, like so. So, after we have done that, you can try anyway to undo the windshield. Tabs in underneath this panel here, and it just kind of helps to get everything situated. If you can just kind of pop this out. Oops, you'll probably undo everything else in the process, but it just kind of helps move things along if you can get that windshield undone. There we go. There we go. Pop that out. Just helps get everything out of the way. Everything else came undone, but that's fine. We have to undo it anyway. Come to these side sections here. They will untab. And again, just try to get everything out of the way here. Just kind of undoing stuff. Let's kind of get everything started. This back section here will kind of pop up. Not easy to do. There we go. Pop that up. That will come up and over. This will fold in. The light bar, you can rotate, and here's a little panel that you just pop up to put the batteries in. And you just fold that down, just collapse that up. There we go. You can see we have like a faux back of the car under the actual back of the car. So we do have some faux parts going on here. But once you undo all of this, then we can undo the legs. You pull all this out and kind of swing it around. Straighten the legs out like that. And what we're going to do here is we can just fold the seat down and then just rotate it in, like so, rotate it out, actually, like so. Take the side view mirror, this will just fold in, bring the windshield down. You want to take his foot, you want to take this little panel here first, flip that up, and his foot is right here, so you want to swing his foot down, and then you can swing this out and bring this all up like so, and then you just accordion all of this into the leg. That sits in there like that, and then this panel will come in and just fill in that little gap there. Then you just flip out his heel, and there you have a leg all done. Second fuzz, guess what? Is just like the first. So pull this out, just get all this cleared up, and brought down. Flip that up, fold down that seat, rotate it outward, like so. Flip in the mirror, bring down that window, and let's bring the toe down so you can start swinging this out, and just kind of swing as you swing. Bring the foot up, and just collapse all this into the leg. Bring that down, flip out the heel, and there you have the legs all done. And now we move on to the upper body. Now the legs were the easy parts. The real bulk of this transformation is in the upper body. This is where it gets pretty crazy and pretty complicated, and I think a little too complicated, but hey, it is what it is. But what we're going to do here is, well, all this has already come untabbed for us, so just untab all this stuff if you haven't done so already. And there are also tabs, these little panels tab in there as well. Just undo all that stuff. And just take these arms, they tab into each other as well, so just untab the arm. And just take that, swing that out, and bring all this out like so. This little bit right here you want to extend. Just kind of get in here and just pull that out. It doesn't go very far, it just pulls out a little bit, so just extend it a little bit right there. And just leave that hanging out for now. So same thing on the other side, just bring all this out, swing it all out, like so, and pull this little section out. Oop, again, that's all you have to do. Just extend that just a little bit. That's a locking point right there. So now we got that done. So now we come up here. This little piece of the hood just rotates around because in robot mode he has this little triangle on his belly. And in vehicle mode that triangle is not there, so rotate that around. So now he has the triangle on his belly. That's important, isn't it? I guess so, for screen accuracy. But anyway, these fender sections here just rotate in and then swing up, rotate in, swing them up just to get them out of the way. This little section right here. Hi, how you doing? This little section right here just pulls out a little spring, and you just collapse that in like so. That gets that out of the way. And now we got to do lots of twisting and turning and twisting here. So you want to take this little hood section, just kind of get this out of the way. Get the steering wheel out of the way. So all this is going to rotate around. This section, this midsection here, like raises up. So you have clearance to rotate all this around. Like so. Well, that will sit flush right there. And then you want to swing this section up. Like that, so his shoulder is where it's supposed to be. Like that. And then you just want to swing this little bit here with the shoulder over to the side, and then you just want to push it back in, and that will lock that back in place. So that's how you want that going. Same thing on the other side, again. So things just kind of get a little fiddly, but swing all this around like so it sits where it needs to sit, and then you can swing this up and bring this down, and then just pop that to lock it. It's pop and lock, the old pop and lock, and there you go. And we can just kind of straighten out his head, turn it around. There he is, he's smiling at us. Okay. So now, what we are doing here, gotta get his arms up and out of the way. So what's going to happen here This is another little tricky bit this time. Sometimes it wants to fight me, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see how this goes. It's always cat hair not included. This little bit of the hood will fold in. Also, you want to just make sure that steering wheel is out of your way also. It just kind of flips in like that. So this part of the hood just kind of flips in. It's going to end up going under all of this, and the windshield is going to come up and over. And this bit gets on my nerves. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see. Just make sure things have their clearance. And this is going to be one of the times where it fights me. Oh, man. It didn't fight me when I was doing the transformation video, thankfully enough. But of course now, when we're doing the proper review, yeah, now it's going to fight. Now it's just going to fight. It's just the point of getting all these things, because everything's on a hinge. Like everything is on hinges, so everything wants to move. And nothing wants to really cooperate with you. And therein lies the problem. Okay. Gotta get everything sitting straight. But one second you try to move something, everything else wants to move. This is the part of this transformation that is legit kind of frustrating. We're gonna get this. We're gonna do this. There's just a lot of things going on here at the same time, and none of it wants to actually work with us. Okay, there we go. Boom. We got that. You go when you're home. There you go. And nope, that's not going in its home. That's sitting there. That is sitting right in there. Again, this part's tricky, and I don't know. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes it wants to fight me. Sometimes it's very cooperative, and this is one of those times where it's very cooperative. Oh dear God! It doesn't help that my hands are sweating. It's hot today. It's like it feels like 100 degrees outside. This is just makes it worse. It's okay. We'll get through this. We will get through this. Oh, come on. Come on, man. Come on. What's fighting me here? What is fighting me? I know it's fighting me. This stupid part right here with the console. That's the part that's fighting me. You need to be sitting back there. There we go. There we go. Just the point of getting everything where it needs to sit. There's always something fighting you. There we go. There we go. It's because this stupid piece right here, like these bits with the consoles on them, have to be sitting over this lip. There you go. Once you do that, then you can get all this. They're little tabs. They'll just go in there. There we go. We got the chest together. Oh my God. That's a pain in the butt. That's just a pain in the butt. Anyway, now we've done that. Take these fender sections. Just flip them in. The little body will just collapse up. You have these little tabs, slots, all that good stuff. Tab that in. There you go. Skiddly-doo. Skiddly-doo. We got it going. Skiddly-doo. Okay. Just get those in. Just kind of get them centered in there, like so. Okay. So now that we've done that. Oh, hey. Nobody told you to do that. Nobody told you to do that. You stay. You stay because it's normal. Okay. So now that we've done that, there is a little tab in this armature right here. You can kind of just push up like so and flip this out. So what's going to happen here is this is going to collapse up on this hinge right here. It's kind of hard to show, but I kind of want to collapse all this up like that, if you can see. And then this tab will go into that slot right in there. So just line that up, get that going, and then just push it in, and you will hear it kind of thoop into place. And that's how you want that sitting there. You can see it. And that just sits up against his back, like so, and we got that done. So there we go. And his chest came undone because of course it did. You stay, you stay. There you go. Alright, so now we have all this stuff, which is going to be his arms. So what we're doing here is, where should we start? Actually, we'll start with the shoulders here. So what you do with the shoulders here, this panel will swing out. All of this will rotate up, And then this bit right here, you want to rotate it at this top hinge first, and then drop it down. That fills out his shoulder. Then this section down here, his forearm section, you rotate this around like that, and then this little hook section will just go into this groove to lock that in place. And what we're doing with all of this here is the hand will come down. This will swing forward. This will swing in. This will swing forward. This front bumper section, you want to pull this out, rotate it. This little section right here will just fold in. You collapse that in, and then all of this will collapse up into the arm like so to make his forearm. And then you can see it's on a slider, just extend that, line that up with the tabs and the slots. And that will sit right there. And there you have his arm all done. Second verse, guess what? Just like the first. Oh my god. So just swing that out, rotate that up. Rotate that, bring that down. There we go. And then rotate this. Bring that up to lock it all in place. And you just bring the hand down, swing that out, swing that in. Untab, untab, untab! Rotates. Bring that in. Collapse all that up into the arm. All nice and flush like. And then bring that up. Dab it all in. And I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we're done. We're done. And there you have Fuzz, aka Streetwise, in his robot mode. And for the record, the instructions don't show anything about a combined mode, so that's why I'm not showing a combined mode. But yeah, here is Fuzz. And it's a pretty good looking Streetwise. Not too bad, not too bad. It's nice and G1-y. Let's get in close here so we can take a look not on his chest, at his noggin. There's the noggin. You can see, pretty nice head sculpt. I do have his cartoon face on. He does have optional faces. We'll get into that a little later, but I have the cartoony face on. You got some nice blue there for the visor. You got some red there as well. You got the faux windshield chest there. And that same dark transparent plastic. It all comes together pretty nicely. My only real issue, the only thing that bugs me a little bit is just the way his shoulders are. Like his shoulders just seem to be sitting a little kind of far away from his body there on this little thin piece. Doesn't look that great. You can kind of work around it to make it look a little bit better. But yeah, that's just kind of a weird. It's weird how his shoulders sit on this figure. But my only real complaint, honestly. But you got some nice coloration there. The crotch part is, I believe, die-cast, painted die-cast. His thighs are die-cast as well, and they are painted, as you can see, because the red paint doesn't match the red plastic as usual. So you got a good bit of die-cast content. The feet are also die-cast. And going up the back, it's a pretty clean transformation. All in all, you just kind of got the, top of the card just kind of folded up on his back there, but it's pretty compact. Oh no, not too shabby, not too shabby. Now, articulation-wise, the head can rotate, can do a full 360. He can look up at the hinge, do a total squirrel. Can totally do a total squirrel there. The arms can do a full 360. They can move in and out. You have, what else do we have? We have bicep rotation. We have slightly under 90 degrees of bend there at the elbow. His elbows also sit a little too high there. Seems like 90% of his arm is like his forearm. So again, it is what it is. You have wrist rotation. The hands can open and close at two hinges. You got a hinge right here and a hinge there. Actually, I guess you can get them to go stop. Stop. I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's what that's for. Hey. Why not? Why not? Dare I say why not? You do have waist rotation. You do have an ab crunch as well. These panels can move out of the way to accommodate the leg movement. Legs can move forward, that far back, that far outward. You can do the full splits and then some. You do have thigh rotation. You do have a double jointed knee. You have this joint here. This joint up top is a very stiff ratchet. It's a really stiff ratchet, but it clicks. It clicks. Not as easily as you want it to click, but it clicks. And you still don't get too much range of movement just due to the stuff back there. But you do have some multiple joints to work with. The feet, they can move up, they can move down, and you have your ankle tilt. There's actually 2 points. You have the transformation joint, and then you have the joint right in there in the foot itself. So you have 2 points of ankle tiltage. And of course, the toe and the heel can move down if you need it to support any posing. And of course, we can give him his weaponry. It's the typical tab in the slot of the palm method of weapon holding, although it seems like this tab is a little too thick for the slot because it doesn't really go in. Doesn't really go in. I mean, once you close his hand around it, I mean, he holds it fine. He's not dropping it, but that doesn't really tab in the way it's supposed to. So a little tolerance issue there. Tolerances, X-Transbots. Tolerances! But there you go. You can pew pew bang bang, pew pew, and bang bang, and all of that good stuff. And the last feature to talk about is some optional facial features. Yes, we do have some extra faces. Now, this again is the more cartoony face, which I prefer, and that's what I'm going to leave on him. But we do get some extra faces. Now, I believe I did not get all the faces I'm supposed to get, but I'll show off how to undo all this anyway. But you just come back here, and there's tabs, and that just went flying. Luckily, it didn't go too far. Here it is. But you just pop this little headpiece off, then the face just untabs like so, and but you know. So you got the cartoony face, and they sent me also what looks like another cartoon face. So they sent me 2 cartoon faces, which they were not supposed to. But anyway, somebody made a mistake. But you also get this face right here. This is the face that actually comes installed on the figure. When you take it out of the box, much more pronounced chin going on there. So you can have that face going on as well. And you also have this face right here. More of an armored face. I think there's more an IDW look, I think. I could be wrong. Probably am. But you get that face as well. And I'll just show you the instructions here, just so you can kind of see the faces. There you go. You got the cartoon face, I got that, and then you have this face, which I have, but this face in the middle, this one I don't have. This one, that's the one they didn't send me. That's the one I didn't get, because they made a mistake and put 2 cartoon faces on them, but oh well. It's okay, the cartoon face is the one I'm going to use anyway, but again, the faces are easy to swap. You just pop the face you want. Again, I'm keeping the cartoon face. Then you just pop his headpiece back on, it snaps right in, there you go. Easy peasy, both lemon and squeezy. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with X-Transbots breakdown again, so you can see how it's going to scale with their Stunticons. Here he is with the Generation Toy Streetwise. And obviously these 2 are going for different looks. This is going for more G1 cartoony look. This one, I always call him more IDW Streetwise. And here he is with Masterpiece Prowl. So, there you go. So there you have Fuzz, and yeah, you know, it's not a bad figure. You know, the vehicle mode looks good. The robot mode looks pretty good. I'm not a fan of how his shoulders sit on the body. I'm not a fan of that setup. The transformation is definitely kind of X-Transbots going back to their old ways. Their Stunticons I thought were really good until you got to the trailer anyway, but the Stunticons were really good. I felt like that was a step forward, and I feel like this engineering-wise is kind of a step back, and again, just kind of going back to their old ways, so not too much a fan of that, but it is what it is. Overall, though, looking forward to seeing how this set turns out, and looking forward to seeing how they handle Defensor, so There you go. Now, if you would like this or any of X-Transbots' other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also check out the Bastion playlist for this and all future reviews. Also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the X-Transbots FUZZ. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. You know, it's not easy being a cop on the mean streets, but the most important thing is to command people's respect. Out of my way, idiot. Sir, you will respect my authority. Ah, shove it up your tailpipe. You see what just happened there? I planted a seed of respect. He'll come around. No, I won't.